specifically Rio. You know, the banking moved to São Paulo. Many companies left Rio, and as you probably know, Rio used to be the capital of Brazil in the 60s,
right.
that we lost to Brasilia.
Right.
Without any compensation. Normally, you know, Germany moved their capital from Bonn to Berlin, and Bonn got many tens of billions of dollars or euros as compensation. Rio never got anything. So I think the Olympics is a little bit, you know, hey, that's a payback time.
And you're restoring the Hotel Gloria?
Yes, restoring the Gloria. Was a nice traditional old hotel built in 1922, so we're restoring it how it was in 1922. Yeah.
You're also rebuilding the port?
We're building a brand new superport.
Right. But around the Hotel Gloria, the
marina.
Just a marina.
Yeah, it's a marina.
Right.
Yeah. We're also cleaning the lake, the Lagoa Lake in Rio de Janeiro. It's a nice lake, and a downtown lake. There was a period in your life in which you engaged in speedboat racing. Yes.
What was that about?
I wanted to have an international title. You know, I realized I can't run 100 meters flat against Ben Johnson back then,
or
right?
others, yes.
So let me put some engines behind me, form a team. I'm good in team building. I really learned that, and define the best possible boat. So I won Brazilian championship. Then I won the World Championship and then the American Championship. I actually raced here in the Hudson.
Is that right?
Yes.
And then you got out. You said, I've done it, I'm over.
I'm over because I got all the titles I wanted to get. I didn't want to die. And my oldest son was just born. So you change your risk profile dramatically. I changed.
See, do me a bit of psychology for me. You had a famous father.
Yeah.
You were married to a very well-known woman who was a former Playboy cover.
Yes.
Was there a bit of you who said, I've got to find a way to make my mark, and I'm going to become Brazil's richest man?
So it's interesting. In the year 2000, I made the decision, and I think many Brazilians, as I mentioned to you before, I was educated to think, you know, maybe Brazil works, maybe Brazil doesn't. My change was in the year 2000. Brazil, this is my country, and I'm going to make it work for my children. Okay, because, as I said, there is a future in this country. With all the wealth, the good governments, the Lula government, you know, making things right. So investing all my effort now to make Brazil, you know, a great country, this is really what I'm looking for. So in the year 2000, you're absolutely right. Up to the year 2000, I always accepted to be the husband of Luma, you know, of my wife.
Yes.
And I realized, Jesus, time
You accepted that.
I accepted that.
The fact that she got more attention, more publicity, all of that.
Yeah, I was, you know, I really was very happy 12 years. So, you know, two beautiful children. She gave me 2 diamonds. So I was fine. It's interesting. And then I said, well, hey, now I'm alone. How do I leave a mark? Yes, it's part of the psychology, no doubt.
Yeah. Your dad would never let you, I mean, you might have had set your eyes on doing something with, what's the iron ore company? What's the iron company?
CVRD or Vale. Yeah.
He told you to keep your hands off.
Yes, he did. And that's why one of the reasons why he's so respected. He never allowed any of us seven children get even close to Vale. Never.
Yeah.
Which is good. I think is
no
right.
nepotism here. You will learn it on your own, and you'll keep your hands off where I am because integrity is important.
Yes. It's part of our education.
Go ahead.
And transparency.
You believe in transparency?
Total. This is one of our mottos here. Total transparency.
Because?
I mean, things, you know, public markets, you know, people like transparency. You have to be upfront. It's part of our culture.
Okay, but let me come back to America. I mean, you mentioned some of the political gridlock we have.
Yes.
I mean, what else? When you look at our future, what is it that concerns you, and what is it that encourages you about our future?
I think, you know, if I compare America with Brazil, or America and Europe, you are now heavily indebted, like we were before. Now, I mean, you know, if you look at China, I don't know the Indian economy so well, but between China and Brazil, I mean, we have pent-up demand. We're not indebted at all. You know, we only 3.5% of our GDP is in mortgages.
So what are the consequences for the United States of that?
Well,
that debt we have.
You have to put your, you know,
a certain austerity.
Yes, you have to be a little bit more Spartan for a while.
And what about Europe?
And I think there's a massive shifting of wealth, you know, between America and Europe to the emerging markets. Either through currency appreciation, because if you know, Brazil is self-sufficient in everything, huh? Brazil's currency is a store of value. You know, like probably oil is, or gold for some, but oil is used, and currencies. You know, how do you value the euro or the rating agencies who you know, the Greek situation is known for how many years? You know, the rating agencies,
huge debt problem.
The rating agencies, Charlie, I mean, they used to put Brazil in the same league as Nigeria.
Yeah. You have an interesting thing you've said about Dubai. I mean, you said, well, you tell me what you said about Dubai, because basically you said they made investments at a boom time that they would not have been successful in normal times, and when tough times come, it's Katie bar the door.
Yes. It's all about, you know, I think the world in the last, or America in the last 20 years has focused too much towards banking and financing engineering. You know, best students leaving university went to banks or to law firms, right?
Right.
Where are the engineers? Why America? You should be driving you should today, from my point of view, from what I understand, what technology there is, you know, you should be driving an electrical car, and you are not.
Well, yes,
so unfortunately,
but are you?
No.
But you're saying because of our energy consumption here in this country, and because we're addicted to oil in this country.
Yes.
But you're in the oil business, which brings me to another point.
China is such a big consumer, Charlie, that it's...
Yeah, but they are also hugely invested in trying to find solar.
Absolutely.
Windmills.
Yeah.
They're looking for alternative sources as they continue their economic boom, which is dependent now on
but I make a
coal.
I make a quantitative. If you a billion people or more walking into the consumer class, big consumer class, the resources are not there. Solar energy, wind power, they're just part of this equation.
So you're saying to be in the oil business is going to be a good business for a long time?
Yes, at least for the next 10 years.
That's good enough for you, because you operate in 10-year cycles.
Yes.
Is it possible that 10 years from now you'll say, I'm out of the oil business?
You know, our structures have become so big that now I'm part of Brazil, you know. Politically, I have to operate in a different way.
Yeah.
I'm part of establishment, so... And you know, nationalistic feelings have been, you know, have arisen in the last couple of years. Resources have become strategic pieces of political thinking. It's not so simple.
you tell me how competitive you think you are.
Very. I'm very competitive. Yeah.
About everything.
I like a challenge. Yeah. But I don't challenge. I have to know that I can perform, you know. Yeah. I don't do just anything.
But because part of your pride in Rio is that you want to beat the hell out of Sao Paulo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It was.
What's that about?
No, it's about people from Sao Paulo are called Paulistas, and they're much more diligent when they build a restaurant. You know, they like quality. So I wanted to. By investing heavily in Rio, I have a restaurant. You know, I wanted to do it with quality.
Is it a Chinese restaurant? What kind of restaurant is it?
Yes, it's a Chinese restaurant. Chinese fusion cuisine, right? Like Mr. Chow in New York.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Is the chef